Hello, my name's Hunter and I'm foraging in my absolute favourite foraging spot today. So let's see what we can find. This right here is the forager's paradise, so let's go inside and see what we can find. This right here is the giant hogweed, and it might not look very giant now, but if you touch this it will give you a nasty rash on your skin. And right next to it, see, this is the common hogweed. This is completely fine to touch. It's a nice, lovely edible. This is what the leaves look like, nice and rounded. Watch for that. But if you see these spiky leaves just like that, know not to touch it, because it'll give you a nasty rash. And it's something called phytophototoxic, which basically means if you get the sun on it, it'll give you a rash. This right here is called the foxglove, or the wild foxglove in this case. Many people actually grow this in their gardens, but it's a deadly toxic plant. Many people in the UK are brought up to know that this is very dangerous, but occasionally children get curious and take a bite, so just make sure you're teaching your children or everyone not to be eating the foxgloves. If you want to see what the leaves look like, this is them right here. They can look similar to borage, which isn't good, so when you're picking your borage, make sure you look at the flowers as well. The bees love this plant as well, so that's kind of a key identifier really. This right here is what I think is a blusher, but let's show you how to properly identify it. So this is not a mushroom for beginners, but you should always check for these key signs. One of them is they've got this little ring on the stem, and it's got those little lines that run down. Do you see those? Just like that. So it also grows from this egg sac right here. That is a key identifier. And if I get my knife, and you need to snap the stem in half. If you don't have a knife, I like to use a knife to get a clear look. That's a sign that maggots are inside. You can see all these bugs, so definitely need a wash. But as you can see here, the stem is blushing red, so that is our way to tell that we've got a very nice mushroom. And this is so exciting that I can be making this video, because I've been waiting for these mushrooms all year, and we finally got to June and we're finally seeing them. So earlier I harvested some blushers, but you don't always know if they're edible. Well, they are edible, but there's a way to check if they're really food safe or not. And here's how you do it. So you might see blushers growing all the way everywhere like here. You can imagine the scene. But then you pick it and you see these little tunnels, which isn't good. So you cut just like that, and can you see now? There's barely anything there. That means this is perfectly safe to eat. But in the cap, you might want to sometimes cut it in half, and you can see there's no tunnels there. So this means this is completely maggot safe and perfect for you to eat. So I'll be taking this home and enjoying myself a nice mushroomy meal. This right here is the bilberry. It looks very similar to a blueberry. So they taste almost identical to a blueberry. This is what the leaves look like. Rounded. They grow it in profusion. If you look everywhere, all around me, there's bushes everywhere. So if you find one bush, there tends to be hundreds around you. So you know that you can make nice jams, things like that, with this fruit. This right here is the red clover, and you can eat the white clover, which is just over here, and these easily recognisable leaves. But this is the red clover, which is more pointed leaves, obviously a red flower, And this flower right here tastes like nectar. It's just amazing. I'm not going to eat it because there's dogs that walk on this trail and you should always wash your food before you eat it. But this is what you're looking for. If you just look all around here, everywhere, there's plenty, and I mean plenty, of red clover. I believe this right down here, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's something called self-heal. There's a bit more here. You can see this one's a bit younger, less flowers, more leaves, just like that. Just a cool little find. This right here is one of my favourite edible plants. It's called wood sorrel, and it's got these typical heart-shaped leaves. So if I pick off one of these leaves, it's like a little heart. Now they have the most amazing taste. I'm going to go back here to avoid dog wee and things like that. And it tastes like Haribo's, if you're familiar with them in the UK. Give it a little nibble. And they've got a really citrusy taste. And they're absolutely incredible in salads, other things like that. And I just love to snack on them. It tastes like apple peel almost, which is amazing. Can you spot the mushroom in this space? If you said over here, then you're absolutely correct. This is called the blusher. It looks beautiful. We've got wood sorrel surrounding it. It just looks really stately, and it's got a lovely presence in the woods. So I'm really happy to find that as well. So I was just walking because we'd just come back to the car and I thought I spotted something. This is absolutely amazing to see. This is what we call the summer oyster or pale oyster, and I am going to have a nice tea with these in tonight. They've got these lovely gills that run up to the stem called decurrent gills. They have a very small stem. They grow off the tree, but I obviously like to leave the young ones to grow. Always make sure you've got all the bugs out. But this is what you're looking for. Big clusters of oyster mushrooms. Amazing. We quite literally walked past this plant as we were coming on the path, but this is a wild strawberry and there's plenty around. I don't know how I didn't spot them, but these are the young leaves. I'm going to zoom in onto that. Just like that. And they have these wonderful little tiny fruits. I'll put a picture here just for a bit of reference. If you want to know how to find lots of things like this, then please like, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.